It's asking you to solve the expression for y and then evaluate when x is -4. If you are going to use your calculators, which again I'd encourage you to, it becomes a solve feature problem. Right? But again, the common mistake in doing this is if you use this calculator and you type in exactly what appears and then identify that you want to solve for y, your calculator doesn't understand that you intended this to be x times y. Again, the TI-89 thinks that that's a single variable different from x that is just represented by the terms xy, or the value. It's its own variable. It's not two variables being multiplied. So if you hit enter right here, it doesn't even know that y is one of the variables. It doesn't find y in the problem. It only sees that you're trying to find y here. So if you hit enter here, it just spits out the exact same equation. It just moved everything to one side. It didn't solve for anything. So what you need to do in this is you need to make sure you explicitly multiply those variables. So you need the multiplication symbol between those. And by entering that, that's the only difference. When you hit enter, it will give you the answer. Okay? So the way that it entered, or the way that it presented its answer here was this. Now, the way that I have it online looks like this. And so this is a case where you do have to combine these two fractions or values into one single fraction. And the way that you do that is you need to make sure that every number has the same denominator. So in this first fraction, the denominator is x. That means that this fraction has to have an x in the denominator also. So if I put an x in the denominator, in order to maintain the value of this number, I have to have an x on top too, right? Because x over x has a value of 1. So it doesn't change the value of this number, it just changes the form of it. Okay, but now what this allows me to do is, since now my denominators are the same, I can combine it into one single fraction with the LCD, x on the denominator, and then just 18 plus 7x in the numerator. And now I've asked you guys too to write it in standard form where the variable part comes before the constant. So I would prefer that you write this. I accepted either because so many of you put 18 plus 7x over x, but this is the form I'd prefer. So 7x plus 18, that's standard form, and then all over x.